I'm gonna call one of Rev Thothela, Rev Phumzile, to come as a spiritual daughter at the Muruti, and yes, Rev Phumzile, she will come. She was saying to me, you did not tell. I'm like, do you need to be told what to say about this man?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Amen. I will try to be short. Firstly, let me greet our leader, our DS, our boss, in the name of Jesus. Amen. And let me also greet Barutika Muka Kalibiso Lamona Jesus Christ. We want to thank God for this wonderful day that He has made. I have so much to say, but I'll try to be as short as possible. I don't know why you put pastors to be speakers, because we start another sermon. Yeah, I feel honored and privileged to come and say something about Rev Thothela. He is a great mentor. He mentored lots of young people, including myself. When I came here, I was from matric and looking for a space to study around Gauteng, and by God's grace, I ran away from Orlando to come here because there's a church this side come. Little did I know that God had an appointment with me for my life, to put this family in my life when I needed them the most. Amen. Rev Thothela is a mentor, and Ubaba Mutebeyani has already said that he mentored lots of pastors. When I came here, there was Pastor Tumi Nkwana who left, and myself, I came and I left. This living, it was painful. We don't know what is again. It was just a divine road that God has made for us to pass through. It's not like we left, you know. We didn't leave. It was just God, you know, ordering our steps. And I know that there is not Pastor Dumi, it's not me and Pastor Mangena alone. There are many young people that have been mentored in this church. And for that, I just want us to give God, to appreciate God, to appreciate Jesus through Abakali Barina in the name of Jesus. Rev Thothela is a father. I want to say that he has been a father that I have never knew. Many people don't know that I grew up without a father. My father died when I was still very young. I don't really know him. I've never seen him. I've never sat on his lap. But when I came to this church, he has a big heart. Maybe the reason many people may see his perfectionist and misinterpret it is because he has a big heart. Yeah. With a big love.
Yeah. Amen.
When I came to this church, I felt loved. I felt unconditionally loved. I felt loved.
Amen.
He never judged me. And I want to say, behind every great man, there's a great woman. And we might always talk about Ubaba, but forget that behind him there's a great woman with a great womb. Hey, she carried us.
Amen. Amen. Yes.
When Ugogo was saying you will never know that Umama was a nurse, I didn't know them. I didn't know that she was a nurse. But every Sunday, Sunday, without fault, I keep telling them, we will all go to the house and eat lunch.
Amen.
All the girls, all the boys. And I was wondering, sometimes I would feel better and say, hi Mama, thank you so much for embracing us and for loving us. And she would humbly say, you know, God knew that I would never have girls. He gave me boys. But He knew that He will give me lots of girls around the world. And I think for this, Mama, we owe you.
Amen. Amen.
And for this, I mean, I couldn't imagine. It was a lot of us. It was a lot of us in that house eating the lunch. And I think for that we owe this woman. And again, we owe Rev Thothela a big thank you. I thought I'm not gonna be emotional. With Easy, with the Willie, with the Squeenie. Thank you so much for embracing us in your family. The space is alien. We took your space. And you welcomed us. Not knowing that we have wounds as child girls. I don't know how to put it. But for that, as a church, we don't owe your parents only, but we also owe you a big thank you. And when Umam Khoros was talking, I felt, not that I don't appreciate what is happening here, Bazalwane. I felt the pain inside that we would love to see our elders retiring with pride. And Baba and Mama, thank you. You gave us love. In this church we found family, we found friends. I found a long-time friend, Miss Lamuli, as a daughter of this church. And I appreciate it. I remember the first time we saw, it was like Elizabeth thing clicked. And we came here, we sang, we were your children, and you loved us. Pastor Thothela God has graced him with visitor retention. I know that my brother was saying he's a good scout, but it's because of his big heart. I stayed in this church because you had a gift to retain visitors, and I've learned how to retain visitors in this church. People don't know me very well that I cry a lot. And when I came to this church, He allowed me to be me, and I would cry. I come to church, I worship, and I cry. Chiefs do something, and I cry. And he said, "Man, when I go for degree, and I cry." He was one of the fathers that allowed me to just cry. And He would give me tissues to cry. And that was a healing for me in this church, for me to go out and be the person I am today. Because you allowed me to cry and let it out and be me. Thank you for allowing me to be me. Now remember that you once said to me, God has called you Utshabela Pito. And I said, Mara, why can't I just serve God? Because I remember on Thursdays, I used to come and go with Obo Gogo Mlife. Now the late Gogo Mam Nyamai, Mam Fuke. And there was another one that used to say to me, "Well, I'm busy Gogo me. I need Gogo, I'm sister. Yeah, call me sister." Then I'll call her sister. Today we are visiting houses. Yes, my girl, come. That's the life that I lived. Nabo Gogo Mlife, going to visit houses, and they taught me how to be a young bride and to love my family and to love the house of the Lord. Yes. And I want to say to our parents that your sacrifices, the sacrifices that you have made for this church. When I came here, I saw new things. And when they said, Rev Thothela loves good things, I know you love good things. And then we can see the touch of both your hands in this church, financially, in every way. The previous speakers have already said that. Let me say this. In heaven, what is done for God will never be erased. On earth, we may erase it and forget you, but what is done for God in heaven will never be erased. As Mokorosi said, finish strong, finish well. And I want to echo the words of our dears when he say, embrace the new. The new is here. You know, embrace it and run your race to the finish line. May your latter days be greater than your former days. I would be wrong to sit down without saying this story. And I know MC is watching me, but you can't invite me at my father's thing and then give me an invitation. So I'm going to finish quickly. There's this story that I want to share. On Thursdays, I used to come and go with Bogogo. And one day the Lord said to me, because we had 9 kids. It was Sunday school, but it was just 9 kids. And one day the Lord said, do placards and go back to Soweto and play with the kids. And I came here, I was playing with the kids. By then I was heavily pregnant with my firstborn. And the kids here used to call me also car. Because they didn't understand that I was pregnant. And we did Jesus, Jesus, we sang, and then when we came back from 9 kids, we were 15 or to 20 kids. And then I felt like, I don't even have money. And we went to the sponsor shop to buy bread and oros, the cool 8 packets ones. And as we were singing, I was telling them about Jesus Christ, I saw something. And I think I didn't report back to Rev Thothela. One of the children saw what was happening here. He went back and said, Papa, there was something at church. Pastor Phumzile. No, then I was not a pastor. Then I was not a pastor. I was not a pastor. I was just his Phumzile. There was something at church, and Rev Thothela at night called me and said, how, Murwet? He will never call you by name. It's either you're a daughter or Murwet. And how, Murwet? You didn't tell me about such a beautiful thing that happened. I said, yes. And said, what's going on? I said, it felt so good. I think we can do even more. He said, no. We are going to write letters to all the schools. And we are going to tell the church that we must embark on this. Children's church must grow. And then we did the letters, we did everything. We hired jumping castles. That day we went around Moletani and all these places. I don't remember, but we went all around. And I was so heavily pregnant. And we came back with 450 children. That day, here there was just kids who were singing, we are standing on holy ground. And I know that there are angels all around. The anointing was so heavy. And I remember telling the church that next week you come late, you sit down. These are our VIPs. The kids, they are our VIPs, and they will be sitting on chairs. What I want to say to you, Papa Lemagori, you allowed us to be us in serving God without limiting us. You said everything that God has laid in your heart, just do it. And tell us and do it. And we want to thank you for that. And I remember that from that day, our Sunday school grew. And that's when Tate Mo comes in, then I left.